See here, like we will come for the first controller, add controller. Okay, so what we have to add controller name, let's say let's use the user account, no? Let's say my controller name is what? Account controller. So what method like we have to add inside this? For the registrations and login, I want the two methods, no? So we'll create two methods over there, that is action result, and let's give the registration method as register, and we'll return one view. So see, like first we will see the basic part of the like authentication. Without using the authentications, how we can do the like sign in and sign out of options with the help of sessions. So that sessions or options was there in the ASP.NET also, na? So how we are using the like same options in this one? Have you used that like sessions in this application here? Then what you are using then? No, in this like whatever you are complete the e-commerce, na?
Yes. We have not used the use of sessions. Only use of temp.
So there is no any user.
Just show the products one, and the product is going in cart and we will add the user functionality.
Okay, so then I will show you this one part, then after that like just add it, the authentications and this part, na? So I show you first like basic wala, and then we'll go for the one advanced. Basic means using session only. Here is my login view. So say like first like what we have to create here, like right now we don't have the index register like login view, na? So what we will do now here, just create the views. But again we required one model for registration. It's done with the index view, na? Again let's come for the register. So everyone understand this first. And one more is there, na? That is login. So now we come for the model, and let's create one new class file. So we'll give the class file name as, let's say, user. Okay, so user is the model. So what details we required? The user ID, let's give the name. Here I'm asking for the email ID, password, That's it, na? That 4 fields are enough. If you wanted to add that mobile numbers, contact number, like you can add it more. So again, for this primary key, it's already by default it will create it, na? Otherwise you can give it the key annotation. And then if you want the data annotations part for this validation, required one, error message, enter name, then we just like copy paste. So for the email, and here is the enter password. Okay, then next what we have to do after the model, what we will do?
We will create this model in 3D.
So first we need to come into the application DB context, na, for creating the table for this. So here public DB set which model? Users table. Okay, and the next step, just pass the migration first. See, that are the common steps are there. Now once you are added with the like model, now just come to the application DB context to register that, and then we'll go for the migrations only. Add hyphen migration. Let's say give the migration name is user. Then update hyphen database. So here our model will get reflect over here what it is saying. Database code is already exist. So we are just updating the database, no? So why it is giving this problem? Database issues are going over there. Recovery pending. I think my database is stuck over there. So what we will do, I'll just like drop this database and again I will create that. Drop hyphen database. Yes. Correct, na? It's dropped successfully now. And again I will create the migrations. I just like deleted all the migrations. See, right now I don't have any migrations folders over there. So what I will do now, we need to add the migrations again, na? So in this user migrations I will get all the models, na, that user, employee, whatever the models are there, just add it. And you can see in single migrations file I will get the employees, products and user. Yes, everyone see this first and then go for the implementation part. And then let's go for the update database. Recovery pending, some issues are going over there. Yes, I'll just do one thing here. Let's come into app setting.json. Okay, and here I will create one new database. Let's say auth core auth db. Okay, some problems was happening with the previous database. So see, already I have added the migrations now, so we have to directly go for the update database. It will work. Done with this now. So now come for the main implementation part. Where is my controller? So tell me the code now, what code we have to write over there. In the register one, first we want the form now to register the details. So what details we have now in this register form? Name. So again we'll take this form from the bootstrap. Here is the bootstrap now. Forms. So I'll just copy this form here. So what details we required over here? We want the password. Email ID is also there, no? But I don't want this. We have one more, that is name. So I just copy this field. Just remove this small tag. And here we will add one which tag? Span. Na? This is for what? For validation, to display the validation message over there. So first we need to import the model. Which model we will import over there? User. Correct. So in the input we'll pass the ASP-for. Okay, and here also I will pass ASP-validation for, and we want one more class now, that is text hyphen that's it now. So I will add this one field only. I just remove this, and we want 3 fields now. Copy. So this is for the name, and there is a field for the password. Correct. So here in the ASP-for what we have to write, first we need to change this type. So what type we want? Text. Here also email is there, it is fine, otherwise you can convert it into text. So for the ASP-for what we have to write? Email. Model property na, here also email will bind, and then we have to come inside this ASP-for name. So here we don't require that client side validation wala class, that partial class. Why? Because we don't have the decimal wala property here. We have only the string. So here we'll give the type is password, ASP-for password, and here is also password. That's it now. And here instead of submit we'll give the sign up button. So in the form we'll pass the method is equals to post. So just come to the backend logic now. Just tell me the main backend logic here. So now we have this method now. So I'll just take the copy of this method for what? For post the data HTTP post. And here what we will pass in the register model? We will pass the model name, that is user, and let's pass the object name let's say. So now like here like what we have to do, see, I'm not doing only the simple registration process. So in the registration process, like we will directly add the data into your tables. So how we are doing this? By using this, first we need to initialize the database here by using the constructor. Correct. So first we will create the constructor here, public account controller, and then here we want private read only, application db, context db, and here also we required same parameter, application db context. Here what we'll write, this dot, that's it now. So here what we'll write over there, db dot, which table name, users na, dot add you, that's it na. There's only the simple process there, but I'm not using this process now. I'll just go by the indirect method now. So I will create one more object for what? For the user. Why we have? Because we are not directly accessing the like user property over there. So here like I will create the object name as, let's say, the US is equals to new, which object like we have to create over there? User. See why I'm doing this like process indirectly. So direct also like we can do it, no? It will directly save it into your table. So why I'm doing this? Yes, but why I'm doing this one? No, because I just wanted to use the like encryption na for the password. So when the password will come from your form na, so that time we will apply the encryption first, and then we will save na. Again like here we will directly get the data from your form. So if I'm saying the same data, it will get like stored na into the table. So what we are looking over there, like we have to store the like the encrypted password over there. So for that we are looking over there, no? So what we have to do, like see here, above the register method, I'll create one method that is public. I'll create the static method. Why we create the static method? So this method I can access anywhere, and the return type is what? String. And here the method name I'm giving encrypt password, and let's pass one parameter as string password. Correct. And then what we'll do next step. So here like we have to first check for what? If string is empty or not. If what we'll write here, string dot is null or empty of what we are checking, password, then what it will return? Null na, if it is not there anything. But if it is not null, then it will come inside the else block. So what we have to do, like see, like we have to take one data type. See like how we are doing the like encrypted wala formats for the passwords. So first you have to take the like byte array here and just take the like the EC, that is for the encrypted password, let's say EP. Okay, and what we have to add for the like encryption of the password. So have you seen this like notepad plus plus wala screen here? So here also if you come to this na here points, if I'm write something na here, so how we are getting this text converted into like decrypted formats or encrypted formats? See here like we are getting the option. If you right click on this na, so here only plugin commands. Can you see this? Base encode. So that we have to do now. If I click on the base encode na, I just select this and just right click on this, and where we have to go? The data is encrypted. So right now I'm not able to read it na, but again we need to decrypt this by using this. Just right click on it, plugin command, just base decode. So that we have to do that base decode like while our system we are using over there. Like just see this, the same object I am passing over there, base 64 encode or base 64 decode, but this is provided by the ASCII code. So this is actually the ASCII code, like how we are writing it. So for that we have to pass the ASCII encoding dot ASCII dot get bytes. Okay, in the get bytes like we are just converting your password, that string, the password string is we are getting na. So the password we are converting into the bytes, and then see like it's providing that everything. So what we have to do now, like we have to convert that into the base 64 na. So it will do convert into the encode your passwords, correct? So like instead of that, like what I will take, I'll just take one string variable. So instead of this, like I will put the data, and here is my encrypted password. Okay, so what method like we have to use over there? Convert dot to base string na. And what we are converting this one data. So whatever data we are getting into this format, that ASCII encoding wala, I'm just converted into this, and we have to return the string value over here na. So what we'll write the return here? EP na. Yes, understood this or not? So this is for what? See, the ASCII coding actually it's just like converting your password into the byte code. Okay, the ASCII code, do you know na? ASCII code, like for the like ABC letters, like we have some numbers, correct? So it is just like converting your code into the ASCII, and after that, like I'm converting that code into the 2 base string. So 2 base wala, that notepad plus wala. When you are converting that like base 64 wala formats na, then it will convert it in the encrypted passwords. So no one will read that password now. We will show that like in the once the data will get like saved into table na, so that time we will check that. Then how will you do the coding for the like decrypt one? It is for the encryption, but while we are going for the like login, so that time the password will not get matched na with the user will enter, because user will enter the decrypted wala only na. If I am writing the RAM123, but that is decrypted wala. But when the password we are storing into the table, so that time it's getting by the encoding wala na, encrypted wala. So when user will enter some data into the database na, so that database wala data we have to first convert into the decrypt, and then we will compare it with the user login credentials. See, again we don't require this thing, but like why we're doing this thing? No one will be able to see your passwords na, correct? If someone is trying to hack your password also na, so they are not able to read that, correct? Because password is like that encrypted only na. So again for the decryption, like we'll require one more method, same na, static method will return the string, and here method name we will give same, one parameter will pass, that is string na. See, it is not model property, it is my variable. You can give any variable name here. Here also we will check for what? If else. So in that, like we'll check for string dot is null or empty of password. Then it will come inside and it will return the null. Otherwise it will just come inside the else block. So what you have to write in the else block, just tell me. Again we'll create the, let's say my data. So now we are decrypting the password na, so like what we have to write over there? We are not using this one code now. The code is already converted na into this. So we will follow the reverse step na from this. So we are just coming by reverse order na, we are just decrypting this. So we will use convert dot, and here we are using the from. Why we are using the from? There we are using the 2 base 64, and from means what, like from which password like we are getting na. So we are getting directly password it over there, and then we will take the string. So decrypted password is equals to same here, like we are passing the dot ASCII dot, we will use the get string. We want the string na, and we'll return the string here. Yes, understood this? So let's apply this encrypted password on this registration option. Here see like how we are writing the code here. In the user model, like what we have the data, like we have 3 data are there na, name, email and password. So for the name field, we are taking the name from this u object. So what we have to write? U dot name, comma, again like what we have, email and password. See, but again, if suppose if I save this US wala object here directly, so can we directly get the password is encrypted over there? No, only that like whatever the password is written by the like user, that password I will get. So where we are getting the password, this password na u.password. So here I will just like put this bracket here, and which functions we have to call over there? Encrypt password na. So in the encrypt password you can see string parameter we had passed na password. So this password we are getting converted into the encrypt. So we'll see that result again, like how we are going to store it. db dot users dot add na, what data we have to add here? US na instead of u, because we have modified this data here. And then after this db dot, then just add the temp data message na. Here we'll put the user and listen, if you not understand any line na, then ask me again. Okay, don't skip that like if you're not getting this. Then understood this? So what I will do, I'll just like put my breakpoint here, so we can test it na, like the data is getting in encrypted format or not. And let's run it. What we have to do, the changes in this, just come to the program.cs file. Which controller we are using over there? Account, and same index wala action will run na. See the result now. But again one problem will happen, we had not tested for the like model state na. Empty data will also get accept. Where is this controller? Account control, where we have to write here na, before this, if model state dot is valid. If it is valid, then that entire code will get run inside here na. And instead of view return, like what we have to write over there, redirect to action na. So it will directly come inside the login wala view once it get registered. If it is not, then it will come inside the else log and return the view, empty view only. Understood this? So let's run this. Model name is register. See, if I directly click on the sign up button, so it is not checking for the ASP for validation. But we have passed that empty details now over there. See, check the code. Here we are returning the register wala view and check the register.cshtml file. Method is there, we had put the validation na, for the user model. Yes, so model state is there na. So debugger is there, so like it will directly come inside the else block then. Correct na? It will be work, but like what if like see like what it is doing over there, if I click on this button na. So see like now you have two conditions are there na, if and else block. So it will check for the like model state whether it is like valid or not. So controller name is account. If I directly come for the like sign up button, then where it will check, it will not go inside the if now because model state is not valid now. Just come into this, so you can see it directly coming into the else. Correct. So here like we have to provide the data here. Let's say the email ID we want now. Let's say the John and here I want the password no? 1 2 3. Just click on the submit button again. So where will you get the code here now? So it's coming in the inside the if. So if I check the data here in the EU, we are getting the email ID, name and password na? But now you can see the password John123. Okay, so what we will do, like we will just pass this like debugger here, just push your debugger. So see, like it's coming to the like encrypted password. So if I come to this now, here in the password, which data will get? John123. It was like previous wala password na here now. And let's push your debugger here. So it will come inside the else block na. So let's check your data, what data is getting over there. It is in there in the byte formats na. 7 characters. Can you see this? The data is encrypted over there. Correct, and it will return to the. Now it's coming to this view na here. And check the US for a data here. So your password is now encrypted. Correct na? Just come to this line. Is added. That message we have not displayed over there na. The temp data wala data is not there na. Notification wala file we need to import over there. Correct. So like where we have to import this file? Yes, where? It's coming to the login page na. So we need to display on the like login page. User has been created successfully. Where is the login? So here we have to add. What was the tag to add it? Partial name is equals to notification. Na? Just check the spellings. Yes, it is correct. Na? User added successfully. So now we have to do like a login process over there. So how to do the login? Same again, can we take the same form? I'll just take the copy of this form. Only we want like 2 fields na here. Copy it and paste inside this. So what data we required over there now? Just remove this name wala field. And then which model like we have to import over there. But again see, if I'm using the like user model here to passing the data from this view to controller, so what problem will happen over there? In the user model I have 3 fields na, that is name, email and password. But from this login form I am passing only the 2 field. So one that name wala field will get like empty na, and then it will generate the error. The exception will get like create over there. So then what we have to do? So why we are matching this to our 2 fields? In the like see in the like in the previous sessions also like what we had done, like we had also like created 2 models over there na, that products model and product, product model wala. Why we had created that product model? It was a like temporary model only to taking the data from that model. So like, can we create the like same model for the login? See here, like I will add one more model. It is for what? For taking the data na from your form. So we are not creating any table for this model. We'll add this class. Let's say my model name is login model. Correct. So in that, like what we want now here, string, we require only username and password, no? That's it. So do we require to create the table for this model? No, because we already have the table for the user. So we just required for this login form, na? So which model we will import over there? Login model. Again, we haven't put any validations over there, na, in the login model. So just pass the required enter username enter password. That's it, na? So just come to the controller file now and tell me the logic. See here, like now main logic is there for the like login. So we'll get the data from your model form here in the login. We have the email field is, so there is no, I think there is no username, na? We are doing the login by email and password. Correct. So two fields are there only. So we'll just come to this and here email and password. Correct. So again, let's come for this view file. So now it will work. Again, the method is post and just tell me the logic for the backend for the login. I'll just remove this debugger. So what you have to write the logic for the login?
Login model. We will create the object of login model.
Here we'll put the HTTP post. Then tell me the logic now. Here what you have to pass? Which model will pass? Login model. Na? We are taking the data from login model. Let's say image object. Tell me now. So how to do the login? So now we have to check this data with the like existing table only, na? Whatever the data is there in your table. So like how to check the recondition? See again, first we'll check for the model state. If not model state is valid, then it's return the yes, what it will return? Empty view, no? Otherwise just add into this here. I will add here, na? Return view. What do I have to add inside this? DB dot, from which table like we have to check the data? Users dot. Here I can use the where clause. In the where, like we will use the lambda expression. Same. T dot email dot equals where we are comparing with this model, na? M dot email dot, I'm just writing here single or. So why I'm not testing with the like password here? I'm just checking with the like email. So what do I have encrypted over there? Password, na? Yes, password is encrypted over there. So what do I have to do now? Like here, like what do I going to check? If suppose if user is coming over there, if you click on the like login button, see sometime the user email will get also wrong or like password will get wrong, na? See from the both the field, if suppose user is entering the like wrong username, so that time also they are getting same message, na, invalid credentials, but they are not able to understand like what like we are going wrong over there, our email is wrong or password is wrong, correct? So here only we are testing with the like email field. So what we have to do later one now, like next I'll just store this data into the variable, and can I check with this if data is not equals to, it means data is there na inside it.
So what is single or default?
It is for what? It will just return only the single entry. We are just fetching only the single entry, na? If the entry is there, then it will return the single entry, otherwise it will just go for the default. The garbage value will be there then.
What?
Garbage value. If the data is not found, then it will display some like garbage value over there. So in the else, like what we have to do, like what message like we'll put over there? Temp data. Can I put the message as invalid email? Na? We are checking for the invalid email. Invalid email address. Correct? And then again we just like need to know like where we are returning, na? And then it return the view, na? It will just return the same page. And then next what we have to do, here come into this page now. So we are just like finding the email, but still like we have not done with the like main condition, na? That is password also, like we just need to change over there, correct? So like how we are going to check the like password? Same, can we make like, see here again db dot users dot, again we'll put the where, same we require like lambda expression, just use x dot email, I'll check with dot equals, na, equals with, so I'm not using now m, I'm taking this password and email by using this data, na, whatever data I'm getting over there. So data dot email, and what we have to check again, like one more field, here we have to enter the x dot password with the data dot understood this. So whatever the condition is there, na, and we have to put, na, so it will return the boolean value, correct? So what we'll do, we'll just like store into some boolean data type, the variable name just give is valid, so what it is returning over there, cannot implicitly convert user. No issue. Here what we have to write again, dot, we have one function that is any. So let's check the value now. I will get this data, na? Okay, so any means what? It will just like give the value in the boolean formats now, whatever the data we are getting now from this. So what will the next condition? If else, na, again we have to put, see actually we don't require this all the fields over there, like we can go with like this single condition, na, that is first one.
Yes, sir.
But like what we are going to check over there, like we are checking for like all the, na, for the email also and password also, for the both the fields, so user will not get like confused over there. So here if d, na, so if the boolean value is there, if it is true then it will come inside this, otherwise it will come inside the else block. And again here we have to put the, here what we are checking, invalid pass, na, is equals to, here like we'll say invalid password. Understood this? And then again here also we need to return the view. Correct now? Yes, are you getting this? What I am doing here, see. So first from this, like I am fetching only the username, email ID, na? And then I am checking for the like email ID. If it is not null, then it will come inside this. If it is null, then it will say the email is invalid. If it is valid, then it will check for the password again now here. If it is not, then it will go for the like the password is invalid, na? If it is correct, then it will come inside this. And what we have to return here? Redirect to action. If the login is get success, then like on which page like we have to get the access? On the index page, suppose. Correct na? So that index page should be get like accessible over there now. So let's check the functionality over there. Just remove this na. So like the temp data wala part is not display over there na, like where we have to display this temp data? In the login page below this. It is my email wala na. I'll just put the span tag, and here like what you have to put? What you have to put here? The class text hyphen danger, and we will display the temp data na here. What we had put over there? Invalid email na. It is email wala validation na. This in invalid email. So below the field only like it will display the error. Same, I'll just copy this span tag. It is for the invalid pass. Anything else? It's correct now. So what we'll do the next? We'll put the debugger and let's check the condition. So where we have to go? Account. Correct. So the button as usual, like we had not change this button here. Here it is. Sign in. We'll just put the email ID over there. If suppose if I'm putting the john12@gmail.com. If I sign in this, so see like just remove this like where I can see this. So where it should be like go over there. So first like we have to check with this if the model state is valid or invalid. Invalid na, so like first we have to fill all the field. So again like it will come for this else. Correct na, we just need to like enter password also. So let's say I'm giving the password is john123. The password is correct, but again my email ID is incorrect na. So what I will do, I will just like try to sign in again. So what it will do over there, it will just come inside the model state na, but again this field will not get satisfied. Here na data is not equals to null. Correct, so we are getting here the cursor. Hmm.
That's why it's very hard.
Can you see this? It's showing invalid email address. If I enter the correct email ID, just give the password is incorrect. John12345. Sign in again. So where it will get now this condition? So it will get satisfied now. So it will come inside this. But when it will come for the like boolean value, the condition is become. Here we can check na. It is true na. Why it is true? Let's put the like and na. It should be not give that na. But password like we had put over there.
So password has encrypted.
Hmm.
So why it's
Yes, again we'll check for the data. See here in the login.cshtml file. See, like we are testing for the password na here. So like we'll put the correct wala data here first. John 123 na. What data we are getting over there? Email is this and password is this. So will come inside this. Correct na. So it's returning the password also. See, all the details we are fetching na, that is encrypted password is there. So just come inside. So we have to check with this now. Why it is showing true?
password is matching with encrypted.
Yes, we are directly getting the password now from this field, from this username. But again, see here we will check the password. Email is my john@gmail.com. Password.
And this password, actual password.
See, I think we have to take the password from this model, na. Now we are directly getting this password as encrypted over there. That encrypted wala password, na, we are fetching from the database. Here the data wala. So that's why we are getting the like direct proper the encrypted wala password. So suppose if I write over there, what we have to write over there? Instead of data like from where like I will take this password M. So now you will get the password as encrypted here, na. So let's run this application again. Account and login. See here again, like we'll come to this view. If data is not null, then it will come inside. Now it will get false, na, because our password will not get matched over there, because password is encrypted. Correct. So here it will say, just continue this, invalid password. So what we have to do here, that password is we are getting, na.
You have to call the method.
See now, like we have written this like a line is wrong. what we have to write over there, like we are fetching the same thing here, na? So what we do need to changes over there. Actually we are fetching this data from your directly from the DB, na? So then what is the use of this data? Here we are already like we are accessing this like email ID, na, from this data. So instead of data DB, like what we have to write over there? Just remove this entire condition. See, we don't require this one part because we like again we write this like same thing. So there is no meaning of this part then, this one line. So what we have to write directly, we have to write data dot email, na? So from this data only, like we will take the email ID, whatever the data we are getting, and that we will compare with the m dot email, and same data dot password dot equals to m dot password. Correct, na? Then password, it will like search for this data only. So now see, like here we don't require the any. By default we will get the like boolean value. So we'll test it again. Understood this line? Here we will directly come for the account, login. Let's put the password is incorrect. See, it will come inside this here. See, here it will get false, na? Why? Here like you can check with the like email field. Correct, na? Here also we are getting the same, but for the password, see here our main database password is what? This one. Can you see this password? The encrypted password is there now, and we are comparing this password with this password, John123. So both are not matching now, so it will come for what? This else condition to say like the password is invalid. So what we have to do here? This is my encrypted password, na, this one. So just like put inside the bracket, and we will call which method? Decrypt password. Correct, na? So like whatever the encryption like we are getting, na, so that it will first convert it into decrypt, and then the data will get like compare over there. So run it again. Okay, so same John123. Just click on the sign in button. So again just check this data here. So here we are getting the data. So see now it's come to the like decrypt methods. We'll get the password here, that is this one, encrypted wala. It will come inside the else block. It will get the data 7 byte, no? John123. It's converted here. So the condition will get become true. So both password are matching, na? So this password will also get match over there, and here also this password is also get match. Just now continue this. Understood this? So just compare this encryption and decryption process this with ASP.NET, whatever you have done. But hash process wala you have done, no? So which one is easy one? So there is also like one single loop is there, na, in the hash code, and is the in the like you can see only the 1 to 2 lines are there. 2 lines for the encryption passwords, encryption and decryptions.
So we have to create a string each value in byte for by the loop.
Yes, by using the loop. Understood this? So see, like this is not done now. we have to put the session now, na? Like once we like done with the like login, then it will be say the hello and the username it will get over there. So how we will do that? So what was the like the session process? So first in the program.cs, like what we have to add? The session is added, na? This one service, and after this we have to add this middleware, and the next process is what? Where we will pass the session, in which method? After this, here login is getting success, na? So how we are setting the session value? HTTP context dot session dot set string, and we have to pass two parameters. Here let's say my parameter is user, na? It's a key, and value, which value I am passing? Data dot email, na? Yes, correct, na? We are fetching the data from this data here. And then now we have successfully set the like email ID over here. Then like how we are fetching it? So on which page like we have to fetch it? Here is my index page, this one. So how to fetch it? HTTP context session get string, and here we'll pass the key name, na? That is user. And what we have to do now, like we will just like store into the var. So why we are putting into the like var? So here like we'll put check for the condition, correct? So if the data is null, then what it will do? It will just return redirect on which page? Login page, na? Again like the user should be like do the login. Then what we have to write over the return? Redirect to action on which page? Login. And here if it is not null, then it will return this view, na? Here in the view like you can see that like entire view. And then like so here in the view like I want this data, na? Here whatever the data is there. So can we use view bag here? We just wanted to print one message, na? That is user, which user is getting over there. View bag dot, let's use the username. It's my any variable, na? And in that like what we are storing? Data. So whatever data we are getting from the string, so we are storing into this username. And then what we have to display this, na? Where we will display? On index page. Where is my index page? This one. No, this is by product, na? Account wala index. Here it will say hello @ this, na? So here I can see the username, and below this I will just add one more anchor tag. This is for what? Logout. What we have to add here? ASP controller and ASP action. So which controller we are using? Account, and action we have to make for the logout. Just make the one bootstrap class button danger, correct? So it will be the logout button. So again like we don't have the like logout method, so where we will create? Same again in the controller. See now like now we will select how to remove the session, na? So after the logout button the session should get like remove. So how to remove it? Just tell me. I'll just remove this debugger now. Public action result, and then then again here also we need to check for the like the empty sessions, na? So we'll take this by same value here, Hmm. And then what we have to check if data is equals to null, let's say, then it will remove the sessions, no? So how to remove the sessions? See, for this http context dot session dot use the clear method to clear all the sessions. Null or not null? If data is not null, then it will remove session, no? And then where it will redirect? Return login page, no? Else return which page? Why we are sending on the login page? I think the sentence timing is wrong here. See, when it is not null, then it will be written the same page, no? Correct. So here, if I am putting the equals to, but again there will be no data, no?
So I think there is only if condition.
So you don't require this. See, what it will check, if data is null, then what we have to return then? What it will return? If it is null, then like why we are writing the same page over there? No, here only see like we have to put the equals to null. See here what it will do, it will just like fetch the like session value. If it is getting null, then that value it will compare with this, na? Here. But again, how it's become null, na? Here. Tell me conditions, what conditions we required over there?
I think there is no need for checking because we are seeing logout because we are already logged. That it will mean that there is already data in the system.
So for the logout button we don't require anything. Just add only this thing. We will just remove the sessions and returning on the login page, no? That's it, na? Let's test the application. Here first do the login. John. Correct now, we are getting the email ID over there. And if we click on the logout, so it will come inside this page. Just like try to back arrow this. Correct na? So the user page is not already over there. So if I'm trying to access the page directly over there, which page? Index wala page here. So then also it will not give the access na here.
If I want to separate the logout, login and register page from the navbar, how we can do?
Login and?
Register page.
So both are the separate page here only.
Sir, we don't want to see the navbar.
Here? I just give here na, only just create your new accounts. Just add the hyperlink.
Sir, it is in navbar is showing. I don't want to show the navbar when I am on the register page or login page.
You are just giving the access for this navigation bar.
Yes, sir. I want.
So in that, like, we require that authentications. So there is no authentication. This is only like just doing the logout by using the session. So we'll see that. So we can do this, like what he is saying. See, here you can see like all the navigations bar. It will show that index or all the like page data will be there. So if I log out on the page now, then here it will show only the user registrations and login page only. And once I do the like login now, then only that navigations will get like access over there. So that we can do. But by using the authentication, we require the authentication. Otherwise here also like our session value we are getting na. So how to check the session value here? So but again like we need to face the session value on the layout page na. So our main layout page is important. Where is the layout page? In the shared folder, layout. So see here also you can put the conditions na. It is my CSHTML file. So if the sessions value is null, then but how it will get the session value here? So we need to get the like session value na. First like we need to retrieve over there. Yes, it is view. So if here like we'll just try it. It is my list item na here. Home and privacy wala. So here just like I will try. We will put this syntax. HTTP context dot in the view file. It's not giving access me. So there are like some other options are there, that is pre-accessor. So that process we can do easily by using the authentication. Only one condition is there to check the authentication process.